Hello everyone, I'm Shaneghoul and we're here for the PU Open Finals. This is a three-way final, so this isn't the deciding game, but this is the first game of the series between Rob Jr. and Floss. The other player in the bracket is crying, and so the way it works is whoever of the three is able to beat both opponents becomes the winner. And if we end up with a situation where one player or everyone gets one win, the bracket resets and then we go again until eventually there's a two-person winning bracket. Um, yeah, don't worry too much about the details. Basically, what we have here is the finals game between Rob and Floss. So we're joining this a little late, um, and we should be soon joined by Pix, who's going to help me cast it. So I'm just going to go
I
back
am
over to my
here.
screen. Oh, how you doing, Pix?
Hello.
Have you been watching this game from the start? I've just hopped in.
I I have, yep. Pretty much early on, Rob tried to set up with Willigant, got paralyzed by the dual status Missy, and then got full parried a couple times. Plus
Okay.
ran into Hayes Articuno, which pretty much shuts it down anyway.
Oh, it was Powder Lily.
And yeah, it's Sleep Powder Lily. I don't think it's bulky though, based on the damage Articuno did to it.
Okay. I'm just running through it there. He didn't use his Terra at least.
hmm
But yeah, that's not great to have your Lily basically dead this early in the game for no real outcome, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
Because Missy's just going to pain split herself back up.
I think Rob, I don't know if you're caught up, but I think Rob has a pretty good win condition in Basculin. Um, I'm assuming it's Scarf, and even though Floss has two grass types, after he teared his Electrode, they're both frail. So Wave Crash is gonna 2 KO everything.
Yeah, that's true actually. Um, yeah, Scarf Basculin outspeeds Trode, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And yeah, Salzbuck at 59.
I don't know if Rob will have the longevity to win with Basculin.
Yeah,
I feel like he should have probably tried to bring it in earlier, but he at least has a shot still.
it just doesn't look like he has enough turns. Like
hmm
nothing really takes a Thunderbolt anymore in his team.
Yeah. And if it's Taunt Electrode, then it probably just wins.
Yeah, I'm assuming we see Trode come in, Toro sack into Kuno, and then we find out if it's taunt.
I wonder if, let me see how much Scarf Basculin does to Electrode.
I guess you actually sack Lilligant here, not Toros. Just because Toros can outspeed and pressure Kuno a little bit, and Salzbuck as well, and can get the tie into Dugtrio. Yeah, so the Lilligant goes down. I'm assuming Kuno comes in. If you're Rob, do you... Okay, you don't freeze dry.
Oh, you turned.
U-turn,
Okay.
okay. Basculin comes in.
This, yeah, I guess
Rocks.
Rock head smash something. Um,
Um,
if I'm Rob, I think I just sack Salzbuck.
yeah. Salzbuck. Yeah. You'd rather keep the Kuno around. I could also see sacking the Kuno here.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
either one could work.
Yeah, we see the Buck sack as Head Smash comes out. And so it's Scarf, Reckless. Or Rockhead.
Mm-hmm. So I guess you Dougie here, you click Iron Head. Oh, you electroded. So,
Does Throne live
um,
this? Yes, it does. Okay,
it
easy.
does live it, but I'm pretty sure it dies to a crit.
Um, it lives a crit as well. Oh
Oh,
wait,
it
no,
does?
sorry,
Okay.
that's max HP. Yeah, it dies to a crit.
So that's Rob's hope, I guess. Oh, doesn't go for it. Okay.
Switch out into Doug, and then you just. If you're Rob, do you need to go Basculin here?
Yeah, you need to.
And the EQ is pretty free here for Floss
Mm-hmm.
because the Kuno's grounded now. I hmm. You can't even U-turn on this because then it's in Trode range after an EQ. I guess you can roost here and then U-turn the next turn if Floss double EQs. Okay, it
You
just goes
could,
fast.
but yeah, GG.
Yeah, GG. Yeah, I don't think Floss was ever clicking Ironhead there. I feel like
No.
you had better
Yeah,
ways of
he
playing that.
even if Rob stayed in and roosted and U-turned, Floss still won, assuming his Electro doesn't get crit, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it just didn't have enough sacks at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Um, cool teams anyway. We see they're a lot more standard
Yeah.
than what we saw in the last game we did.
The no snom.
No snob, no vampy, lots of boots.
Yeah, Floss's team is cool. Rob's is pretty basic. I
Yeah.
feel like I've seen this team a couple times.
I feel like it's kind of hard to deviate from a lot of the standard teams at the minute though.
Yeah, it is.
It's like they're just so good, and I think a lot of games just come down to how you're matching up into the other Kuno Missy team.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we see Rob bring anything kind of different here after losing that first game. Um,
Potentially. Um, Pretty sure Rob's just brought standard teams the whole tour. I haven't
yeah,
really seen him use anything crazy.
his last round against Michael was pretty standard, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
It
GG
started.
comes in.
Nope, I
We
saw
see
another
another
Sawsbuck.
Sawsbuck, yeah.
And Floss brought the big six.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
That's what I'm calling this at least.
Yeah,
Because I'm pretty sure this is like the most used team. Sawsbuck is actually nice.
yeah, I kind of see the idea behind Salzbuck in the current meta.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it individually, but in this matchup, it's
Yeah,
pretty good. If it gets its flinches. I'm pretty sure that's nasty plot Persian,
yeah,
which could be threatening if it's Terra Steel especially.
definitely. Yeah, not a lot of speed control in Rob's end, unless it's
Hmm.
Garf on one of Dougie or Salzbuck.
Persian could be Scarf too,
It could
potentially.
be, yeah. But
I think
Scarf
if
Persian isn't really stopping Nasty Plot Persian.
no, it's not. You'd have to trick it,
Yeah,
I guess.
and then I guess Carbink or Dougie, depending on what it's in.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I always find it weird leading in this meta when the teams are so similar. Like, how are you finding that initial edge?
Yeah, usually,
Like,
like
Missy,
if I'm
Sage.
Floss, I think I'm just gonna lead with Whisk Cash.
Yeah,
and not really care. Like I'll just lead Whisk Cash and set my hazards, and that will be that.
yeah. We see
I feel like
Persian
with
into
these
Persian.
hazard stacks teams, that's usually the best way to go.
I do in a sense, but I also kind of feel like with how many boots people are running, like Rob could. Rob is probably 5 boots plus Missy on this team.
You
So
think so? No Scarfer?
maybe one of them Scarf. I'm not convinced though. Like you're fast enough and you have priority in Dougie.
Hmm. Well, one thing getting hazards up early does too is it allows you to know if they're boots or not,
That's true.
because
Yeah,
that can be a big,
yeah,
like if it's Scarf Saws Buck, that could stop Lily versus Boot Saws Buck.
yeah.
Lily will just QD once and kill it with Terra Poison or whatever it may be. Okay, so it is Nasty Plot Persian from Rob.
I'm gonna say nasty plot Persian from Floss as well, seeing as he
Yeah,
didn't U-turn or parting shot.
interesting to see Nasty Plot Persians as the lead off.
Yeah, I
I
was kind
feel
of
like
expecting
they,
them both to be support with the way they led
hmm
with them.
yeah, I feel like they don't really do well into each other's teams as leads.
No,
And Rob's just took 60.
yeah, this is kind of looking like the previous game where you've got something really threatening and then you just aggressively set up with it, and now it's dead. Oh, never
Oh,
mind.
well,
Not
no
dead
longer
anymore.
dead. If it's Terra Steel, it could do a lot of damage here.
Yeah,
I don't think it's Terra Steel though with Thunderbolt. Usually they run
Terrestrial
for just
Taunt.
from what I've seen, they'll run like Terra Electric with sub or something like that.
Yeah. I wonder if Floss Scouts this year goes back to the Wishcash.
He could, or he could just Terra himself if he's worried about it.
Yeah, it's so dangerous using your terror this early
Hmm.
because you might need it for later on to stop Salzbuck or Zard or especially if that's like a Terra Steel Zard, you don't have a lot of counterplay into it, so you probably need to make your Kuno a dragon type.
Hmm.
We do see anyway that the Carbink and the Whiscash are both boots.
Yep, which pretty typical, I guess,
Yeah,
in this meta. Probably is 5 or 6 boots from Floss.
probably is. Yeah, it's interesting seeing a team without Missy. It's
Yeah, I guess most people, I guess they realize no one is running spinners anyway, so
yeah.
why even bother with the ghost type?
I still think
Okay,
Missy is
so
just so good.
yeah, even if you're not spin blocking, it's a top 3 mon in the tier. So just
No terror
T-bolted
from
and
him out.
chipped the carpet.
I wonder if you're Floss here, are you looking at an aggressive terror here to just remove the Doug trio?
Yeah, it's very possible. At this point, Dougie's the biggest threat to your team.
Yeah. Okay, we see Persian come in. That is. Let's
It
see.
could be Band versus Bulky.
Yeah. I think it is banned. I think it's banned versus. Let's see. I think it could be just Scarf Ada versus regular Nasty Plot.
Yeah, it could be that, or it could be Band versus a super bulky Persian, I think.
I'd be surprised if it's bulky. Oh, okay. It is parting shot. I wonder why they didn't go for it early on.
Maybe,
Maybe fearing the carbon coming in, but
oh yeah, it is. It is, Banded Dougie. Maybe they didn't want to take risk a speed tie and take a T-bolt.
That's fair. So we see the Whiscash and the Zard.
Interesting Zard.
Yeah, I guess
I
you're just trying
feel
to catch the
like,
cash before it gets in. I feel like Sawsbuck is probably more of a play on that though.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. I feel like Salzburg's more of a guarantee denial of hazards from Whiscash. I don't I don't know if Hurricane probably kills, but you gotta hit.
Yeah, I think we saw it was somewhat offensive Whiscash from the damage onto Persian.
Let me see.
Let's see.
Yeah, it is offensive. Oh,
So
actually, no. Let me. No, that's max HP Persian.
it has some special attack anyway.
Yeah, it's. I
Yeah,
think it's max
yeah, I
special
think it
attack.
is. Yeah,
That's interesting. Max special attack, max HP, I think.
yeah. I've been running that a good bit. I think it's a good set. But we do see the Whiscash go down to the Hurricane. Could see the Carbon come out here, and then we might find out if it's Terra Steel Zard. I'm not really sure what other options Floss has, yeah. You probably need to force the Terra and then start revenge killing it with your own Zard.
Yeah, I think Floss's win con at this point is forcing the Zard to Terra and then getting Lilligant going.
Yeah,
And with that being banned, Doggy, that could still be a Scarf Salzbuck,
it could be, yeah.
which is really, really good at this point.
Yeah. Not a lot, especially if you get rid of this Carbink here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's
Okay.
the Rock Polish set.
And it's obviously not.
Iron Defense last.
I think we can assume it's not Terra Blast Steel on the Zard. Or maybe Rob is just
Mm-hmm.
saving that. But I don't know, I don't think he saved it at that stage.
Okay, so T-Wave Missy to help support Salzbuck.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Kuno's gonna have a hard time checking it now.
Yeah. And yeah, okay, we just see the Hex come out.
That's definitely defensive.
Yeah. Probably just spin that face.
Both of them. Yeah.
Um, if you're Rob, you can probably just look at getting Carbink here and start pressuring stuff.
You could. I think the fear could be though that if you go Carbink and give Lily entry, that could be
That's
bad.
true, yeah.
Because I think Floss is gonna U-turn
Yeah, probably.
or try to U-turn out soon. So I'd probably go Zard, yeah.
Okay, we see Zard come in. Takes the freeze dry.
Well, he gets a fire off a strong flamethrower here.
Yeah.
And you can force the Articuno to Terra or force damage on Carbink.
Just see the flamethrower come out. Carbink's still surviving that, but it's pretty much dead at this stage.
Yeah. If this is Earthquake Zard, it might be an Earthquake range.
Yeah. I really don't like this Carbink set.
No, I don't either. I don't really understand what it does. It gets walled by Missy, and it's just not the best in my opinion. My favorite Carbink set is just Hazards, but
Yeah.
I think Calm Mind is decent too. But Calm
Yeah.
Mind needs a good amount of support.
I think Calm Mind can work. Honestly, I don't love Carbink that much in the metagame. I
Hmm.
thought I'd like it more, but I find myself gravitating away from it a lot because it just
Yeah,
gets.
I'm not. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying it's so bad into Missy, and you're just
Hmm.
trying to fire off power gems to chip the Missy all game, and then you're giving Missy free entries.
Yeah, that's why I really like I'll use dual hazards on it and I'll just lead off with it, get up my hazards, and then use it as a throwaway mon later in the game if I have to. But yeah, these setup sets just give Missy way too much. Okay, so he's power gem. Um, Floss goes Kuno, which I guess he's just gonna try and PP stall a bit.
Yeah, I don't see this working out though. Oh, he
No,
crit.
oh he
There it
crits
goes.
crit. The right, Lilligant set can still do it.
Yeah, definitely. And we don't know for sure that Scarf Saw's book.
Yeah, we don't. Going Zard first is interesting. I wonder if he's going to Terra Ground and if it's
Maybe.
if it's a Terra Ground set.
Maybe it's maybe it's Dragon Dance.
Hmm.
Terror Terraground Dragon Dance would probably just win here.
I think if you're Rob, you just hard Carbank because even if it's Terra Ground Dragon Dance, Body Press is gonna Iron Defense and Body Press should deny it from getting too too many boosts. Oh, it's Terra
Yeah.
Steel. Okay. Yeah, I don't really like the power gem.
No, I feel like you can kind of see Terra coming there,
Hmm.
but I
Oh,
guess
it's
you're still gonna
flamethrower
deny
though.
the sub. Actually, can you deny the sub with a hex here? Yeah, you can. Okay. And
Luck
then, hmm,
Luckily, it's not Dragon Dance.
yeah. So it subs into Blaze range to be able to kill this now, or could it? I guess could have already.
Yeah, it was probably a roll before.
Maybe the hex is a roll the Floss is going for here.
Hmm.
I'd be surprised though. Oops. Oh, okay. Actually, I think it was a roll.
So I'm assuming yeah, he's gonna go Carbink. I think if I'm Floss, I just taunt here, sack this, and then try
Yeah.
and do something with Lilligate. But since he used his Terra on Zard, he's going to actually no. Rob Zard's at 46, so it's in
Yeah.
range of just a
Terra
normal Terra
Blast.
Blast.
We see Rob bringing Zard, not giving the Lily a free entry.
Yeah, that's smart.
Dodges the Hurricane. Surely Blaze boosted Flamethrower would have killed Zard from there. Oh, we see Power
Yeah.
Gem on the
Oh,
person.
Power Gem. Oh, this might be that nasty plot. It's probably Power Gem, nasty plot, Dark Pulse, Parting Shot. I'm not a big fan of Parting Shot on nasty plot,
No, I
but
don't. I don't like that. Um. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a lot of value in that. But we should see the Sawsbuck to a KO the Lilligant here.
hmm. Oh yeah, Terra
Terra
normal.
normal doesn't really need it, but confirms the kill. And yes, we do see it. Yeah. So we have a game 3. Yeah, that was a really good matchup for the Sawsbuck. It's
Hmm.
loading up a Scarf Sawsbuck and seeing no Missy. It's
That's
almost
always a
hard to
pleasure.
win, or almost hard to lose with that kind of matchup.
Yeah. And this is why I probably, as Floss, would have just tried to lead off with Whisk Cash and set as many hazards as I can early.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fair.
because then you would have pressured the Doug Trio and the Sawsbuck pretty heavily.
Yeah, and even just the rocks onto Missy.
Hmm. No, they started game 3 already.
Oh, It's an interesting build from Rob.
Yeah, I like it. I think Bayonet's pretty good
I
with
like the
having
yeah
knockoff.
knockoff, encore, wisp.
Hmm.
A lot of good utility on it. Cursed body is also quite nice in a lot of ways.
Yep. Floss is, or I mean, Rob is gonna have to be careful of setup Barbink. He probably has Terra Ghost or Terra Poison Go-Goat as a tech to check it, but Iron Defense in particular can be super threatening to him.
I think the encore bayonet should be fine into it.
Yeah, if he is Encore, that works too.
Yeah.
Either Encore Bayonet or Terra Poison Go-Goat.
I don't know what else you'd be running on bayonet. I guess you could run an offensive set, but that doesn't seem worth it. Although, yeah, I guess the idea is knock bayonet with hazards Whiskash. Yeah, it's a funky build. I'm still trying to understand what a lot of it accomplishes.
Mm-hmm. Abominable's really solid in this meta. I think it's pretty underutilized.
My biggest issue with
It's super
Crab
threatening to close to.
is
Sorry, go ahead.
my biggest issue with Crab is just Kuno. Like Kuno's
Hmm.
on every team. Uh,
It's good into Kuno if they're not Hurricane,
yeah,
because you ice hammer on the switch and then they can't roost, or
yeah.
else your drain punch is gonna do 80% to it.
But then you're banking on them not being Hurricane, and it's.
Yeah.
I see its merit. I just don't love it as a consistent Pokemon. I think it's weird for a Game 3 bring. But it can probably just. Well, like, it could Ice Hammer here, but then if that's offensive Kuno, you might just drop to a Cane. But you really
Yeah, I don't
don't have any
know.
solid switch-ins.
Yeah, people are forgetting that offensive Kuno exists because
Yeah,
everyone's using Haze.
yeah.
Um, my computer froze, so I have no idea what's going on, but I'll be back.
Um, Obviously not offensive Kuno then, as we see the Carbon come in, take the Drain Punch, and Rob operating on the assumption that it's not that set.
Hmm.
Um, I wonder if
He
that's
didn't.
AV Crab.
Yeah, I would assume so. That didn't. It's definitely not offensive.
No,
It could be
maybe
bulk up
bulk
or
up.
just
Yeah,
assault vest. I'm surprised the Articuno didn't click U-turn against the
yeah.
crab.
Oh, it is
Oh,
Hurricane.
it is Hurricane.
I guess it is
Oh, well,
low
that's
risk a turn
big.
one. Yeah, I'm. This is just going to destroy this game. I don't see what counterplay Rob has to it. Probably going to have to see an early tower from Go-Go to deal with this.
Hmm. So I wonder if it's not U-turn, since maybe it's
Haze
Sub
life
Hurricane
lock,
or Haze Hurricane.
ancient power,
Oh yeah,
Guardian
Ancient Power. I
special.
forgot about that. Yeah, it could be a few things. But Bennett taking that damage is really,
Yeah.
really big. Oh, so
Okay, and now
okay,
it's probably
it's
dead
slow
to it.
Articuno. Well, then he didn't want to. Slow Articuno is still faster than max speed Crabominable, but
Yeah.
and hazards are up. Just sacks the Bennett. Okay, I probably would have just tried to. Maybe it's not Spike's Whiscash.
Yeah. I don't know
So
if I
say you could
love
have saved
Floss getting
Bennett.
the burn on the Gabite.
Yeah, it definitely makes Electrode scary, and even Honchkrow potentially if it's like a Terra Ground Honchkrow.
Yeah. I could see a world where Scarf Honchcrow runs away with this game.
Yeah, that's definitely possible. I think Floss, his skunk tank is really good
Yeah, definitely.
if he can play that, especially if it's like a Spadef set. If he can play that
Yeah.
smartly with his Kuno, I think Rob might have a hard time breaking.
I'd say it's toxic, and it can just fire that off on everything on Rob's team.
Yeah. So this is gonna fire off an Ice Hammer.
Yeah.
Um, Nothing really wants to take it, but it's also not offensive, so
No,
Carbink
like
can.
Carbink can commit.
Okay, oh, it's bulk up.
Okay,
Okay.
so it is bulk up. Bulk
This
up
doesn't
levitates.
really beat Carbink unless
No,
you Terra,
17.
which,
Wow.
yeah,
And
that did
now
nothing.
nothing's taking this body press because you've let your Bennett die.
And none
Yeah,
of
it's
his mons
68.
are boots.
Yeah, a lot of leftovers. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Rob's team for this game.
Neither am I. I feel like six can be the six Pokemon can work together. I just don't agree
Yeah,
with the sets.
and I don't think he's done himself a lot of favors with how he's positioned this.
Hmm.
But he could still do something with the Trout, I guess.
Yeah, and the Go-Goat, if it's a Terra Poison Go-Goat, which I've been seeing more of, that could,
Yeah,
um, oh, he Terra'd the
Terra the
Electrode.
Electrode. Yeah, Terra Ice as well.
Yes.
I was surprised.
Hmm. Well, Harbink is going to get a kill here, most likely.
Yeah, you can go into the Go Goat, I guess, on what you hope is a body press, and then you're in
Okay,
an
he
alright
did
position.
press.
Yeah, I think Skunk comes in and clicks Toxic now. Yeah,
Yeah.
we probably need to go Crab here. Honchcrow. So we'll
No,
see
it's
boots
Boots Hunch.
Honchcrow. Um,
Okay, that did nothing.
I think you needed Honchcrow to win this game. I think Crab was very expendable given that it loses to Carbink, but I guess no more Carbink anymore.
Yeah, Crab could do it if it gets lucky versus Kuno, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's what you're banking on at this stage.
But he still has Skunk Tank to
Yeah,
toxic you.
and you still have Tauros for that big hit.
Yeah. Oh, he went Skunk. I would just spam Thunderbolt versus this. It's probably toxic, but you need damage off on it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's probably Spadef is what I meant to say, but
yeah, 22 from the Volt Switch. We see Toxic, I'm
no.
assuming, here onto the Crab, yeah.
Yeah.
And this looks like a wrap. That is some
Well,
good damage onto the Kuno, though.
mm-hmm.
You can probably... Okay, stays in. I was gonna say you could go Troud. Oh, and hits the second one. And it just
Yeah,
drops.
Tauros should just win here. I wonder if that's Scarf Tauros.
Could
Um,
be.
but yeah,
Yeah,
Tauros, Skunk Tank,
yeah,
everything just wins here.
you always have the full power out.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I wonder if Lily can just set up on this.
Yeah, if it's potentially.
Okay, so we don't see the Volt Switch. Throw drops.
Uh,
Go-Go will get toxicked.
yeah, good game. No, and
No
it's taunt.
taunted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, interesting team anyway. Um,
yeah, I don't not the biggest fan of the sets.
not the biggest fan, but I can kind of see what you're going for there. Um, I would have liked to have seen the Terror be used on maybe the Crab.
Yeah, I was thinking Go-Goat.
Yeah, even Go
depending on
Goat.
one of Crab or Go-Goat was hopefully had a good Terra
Yeah.
into Skunk Tank, but it looks like
Honestly,
they
even the
did
Haunch
not.
Crow.
Mm-hmm. If it was a Terra Ground Honchkrow, that could have very easily won, I think.
Yeah, Terra Ground. Like, you could have even done something with Terra Dark to just pick stuff off trying to revenge kill you once you get one
Mm-hmm.
boost off. But,
Yeah, and Skunk Tank's slower than you since it's Spadef.
yeah. Yeah, it's slow skunk. You can kinda. Goodbye got pressured early by the Will-O-Wisp. I think. Yeah, I think letting it take the damage from the Carbink was a mistake. But, obviously, you don't know the set, so it's very hard to say.
Yeah,
Anyway, congratulations to Floss. They will play Crying to win the tournament, and hopefully we'll be able to catch that game. Thanks for joining me, Pix,
no
and
problem.
hopefully we'll catch the next one.